What's happening, road dogs and highway hounds? It's early in the morning, and there's people out there, and I'm talking in a room by myself, and everybody's gonna think I'm nuts. But I'm gonna keep talking. News in Litecoin, which is rare, which is good. I like it boring, but this is pretty cool. You shut that door, please, and thanks. I'm making a video. Yes, I am crazy, but not because I'm talking to people. It's okay. I'm comfortable with people thinking I'm nuts. So anyway, Litecoin. Okay, so I'm on Reddit now. I have, I don't know what I'm doing, but I am on there. And my name is BTC, the number 4 LTC. BTC 4 LTC. And that's the same as my Twitter handle, which I don't know how to use that either. But anyway, this came across, this is on Reddit. And I don't really have time to put a link, but I'll read the link across here so you know I'm not making this stuff up. http://litecoin/com/r/development_update_October_22nd_2016. So if you really want the proof, then it's titled Development Update October 22nd, 2016 on Reddit. So, because I'm not going to cut and paste all this stuff I'm not big on the editing if you guys haven't figured it out. But anyway, so big news for Litecoin. Core development team, PZ Jack, I don't know who or what that is, got a potential donation for 100 million CNY, which I assume is the renminbi, the Chinese yuan. So 1 million Chinese currency notes, whatever that is. 1 million Chinese renminbi from a Chinese company. And it's going to be able to fund 3 more core developers for Litecoin. And we've already got some good developers very excited about it. To accept and properly manage donations and build a great Litecoin core research development team, we plan to register a nonprofit organization, a public company limited by guarantee in legal terms, in either Hong Kong or Singapore, where people speak both English and Mandarin Chinese, and thus are good for connecting the Western and the Eastern world. Also, both have very good very good legal environment, very low tax, and extremely low corruption, in order to ensure that every cent will be used at important places. We will make our financial information extremely transparent. Registration information, bylaws, and financial transparency policy will be released soon. The 1 million RMB donation should be the initial funding of the nonprofit. We are also planning further funding sources. An extremely important one is miners. If successful, this would become a major stable funding source for the Litecoin core team, and we believe this would become a game changer. Also, operation of nonprofit organization will be independent from the miners. As promised, we started to move the updates from the repository at GitHub, blah blah blah, to the official branch. We've already fixed 3/4 of the unit test cases. The other half will be fixed in a few days. Code branch, like blah blah blah. Another developer, Xinrong just finished his training and has committed real code to the repository. Congratulations and welcome. Xinrong is a serial entrepreneur who has joined 2 startups and has a rich experience in mobile development. He loves programming and enjoys the sheer joy of creating things. The technology behind Litecoin really makes him excited, and he is looking forward to seeing how blockchain and cryptocurrency would change the world. But anyway, that sounds pretty cool for Litecoin, getting 1 million renminbi as a donation to start to hire 3 more core developers. And I don't understand what's going on here. That's so they're going to register the nonprofit organization in Hong Kong or Singapore, where people speak both Mandarin and English. So it's going to be this to accept and properly manage donations and build a great Litecoin core research and development team. We plan to register a nonprofit organization in either Hong Kong or Singapore, where people speak both English and Mandarin, and thus good for connecting the Western and Eastern world. Also, both have a good legal environment. So, whatever, there's going to be a big hub for Litecoin, and it's going to be based in Hong Kong or Singapore, which is probably about right, the best place globally to be. It's where the financial hubs are all moving to, is Hong Kong or Singapore. So Litecoin is going to be based in Hong Kong or Singapore. The development team. I guess there is no base for Litecoin, unlike Ethereum, which is based in New York. I gotta get a jab in there, you know me. But anyway, that's some news for Litecoin. There's something else on here that I saw that was a Litecoin news thing. Maybe that was it. I'm not real quick on getting around on this Twitter stuff and this Reddit stuff. But, oh yeah, that's it. And then Diego Gutierrez at RSK. I think he's like the top dog there, or one of the leaders, I'm not sure. But somebody asked, so is RSK working with Litecoin? And this is coming from Diego Gutierrez. Yes, we are in talks with their development team to explore the integration of RSK as a control layer to Litecoin. So that comes right from Diego Gutierrez at RSK. So RSK is coming to Litecoin. So smart contracts will be coming to Litecoin once RSK gets up and running, or maybe it's already up and running. I don't know what it's going. I think it's starting early next year. But so we won't need the Ethereum that was. I guess I gotta put it out. I gotta say it every time, because I don't know who's listening for the first time, and you're just listening to this thing. Ethereum was released with 80% of the supply to insiders, and if you weren't there at the beginning when they did the pre-mine for Ethereum, and you didn't buy in at the pre-mine before Ethereum was released, you have to fight over about 15% of the Ethereum, which has driven the cost up. There's Bitcoin. There's not Bitcoin. Goldman Sachs. A couple of Goldman Sachs people involved in it. A lot of Wall Street hedge fund managers and investors and stuff like that. So you've got pretty much everything that, for the reason that I personally got into Bitcoin, is to buck the system a little bit of you know, New York Wall Street hedge fund managers and Goldman Sachs controlling presidents and all this kind of stuff. You've got all these elements at play in Ethereum, which is why I don't like it. You know, the reason why Ethereum is on Coinbase, in my humble opinion, is because they raised $60 million, had a beach party down in Miami, Florida, to promote this new Ethereum coin, and they invited. I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but they invited the CEOs of big major what do they call it, money transmitters, like Coinbase, and I don't know who all was at that party, but it was a lot of high ups in the Bitcoin world who made a lot of money. So they raised $60 million. They go down there and throw a big party, and everybody rallies around Vitalik, and they're marketing the crap out of Ethereum. And that's how they're doing it, because that's what Wall Street hedge fund managers and Goldman Sachs people do. They make money. They get with their homies, and they all go down to the beach house in Miami, Florida, and they all sit there and watch Vitalik do his thing. Well, Charlie Lee created Litecoin probably on his lunch break at Google with his MIT graduate degree looming over the back of his head, glowing in the spotlight. There's a big difference between Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum. I just want you to be aware. But some good news for Litecoin. Adios.